Hello and welcome to the developer patch overview. I'm Pavel Busha, joined by
Jason Slama.
Wow, you introduced yourself, and I have to introduce you. Nice, I like this. So what we'll be doing today, we'll be going over the update, which is coming on the 2nd, so this Thursday, and with it, patch 4.0.
That's far.
That's far.
1.0 not so long ago.
Yeah, and now we are nearing to this expansion, which is coming out tomorrow.
Iron Judgment.
Iron Judgment, or how would Bigbeards call it? I called it Iron something. Iron Justice, that's what it is. It's a good meme, So, what we'll be talking about today? Do you want to start with the elephant in the room being our favorite topic, ability branding?
Mogę być. We can.
Może być, but close. No, okay, I liked it. So we will jump into deck builder right now.
Yeah. So
new loading screen.
It's badass, right?
Dude.
Yeah.
That's
so
awesome.
we use our beautiful triptych art, or cards that were drawn to be on that, and we turn them into loading screens.
It's awesome because people were asking about them, like, what are you gonna do with them guys? Are you gonna use them? Are you not gonna use them? Well, we use them.
Now all loading screens have been replaced from card tooltips that you don't have time to read into more beautiful artworks.
Yes, and they feature little tips, but we'll get to that.
No.
Let's focus on the ability branding. So we already have a couple decks right here.
Right.
But if we want to do a new deck, we jump into the game and we choose our faction.
So we've upgraded the screen to reflect what's changed. So now you're picking your faction first, as you can see. Then you actually have to choose an ability, right?
Yes. And we have the ability branding, so we have the proper naming. As
some people suspected, you can see the provision is tied to the ability and not to a skin. Yeah, which
makes total sense.
Makes more sense. In this tips and tricks at the bottom right that you can see, you can open that up and see a few suggested cards that kind of help understand the deck.
There we go.
For new players. We broke them down into basic and advanced. It doesn't necessarily mean much, but sort of helps new players have less choice if they're feeling a bit lost.
I love it. I love it. You guys have been adding more and more stuff that are new player friendly.
Yes, like we're expecting new players at some point or something.
iOS.
Yes. And very soon.
Yes.
Very soon.
29th, October 29th, iOS.
29th.
Don't miss it. Okay. So you pretty much now would select one of these, right?
Right, like Invigorate.
And based on
Have you guys learned all your new leader ability names yet?
I need to learn them. I'm guilty of not knowing all of them yet. You build a deck as you would normally do. Of course, you have the number of provisions, everything is here like it was.
Although, if you actually open up the premium cards tab in the filter, there's a new one right here, which is the first one. Well,
which is the
Premium priority. Premium. So if you click that for now.
Oh, you were talking about this last time.
Right. If you have the premium version, you don't see the standard version. If you don't have the premium version, you see the standard version.
I want my premium collection.
This is the thing that was promised you during Challenger. Here it is, working in action. And you have a full collection, I'm guessing, or almost.
Almost. I don't have the new cards yet. So Iron Judgment cards. I'll add them.
If you change your filter to owned, for example, in ownership, it'd be the third filter. Yep, there you go. Show only things you own. What's one of the cards that have been revealed so far that you can't wait to play? Iron Judgment, because you don't have them crafted yet.
I don't think I have them.
Exactly, so it's a good test.
Yeah. But I would really like Living Armor.
Oh look, even though you don't own it, you can still search and find cards, which makes it easier to go and craft things without having to see 2 of every card all the time.
Yeah. I like the placeholder, long artist name, insert here.
Yes.
I love it.
That guy works really hard, produces some spectacular art.
Yes, long artist name, you're the man.
Some people question his parents' decision to call him first name long, middle name longest. Or
artist, and then name.
Name, yeah.
Yeah, I think they forgot, so they were like, it said name and they just put name. Okay. But it was a good meme. So, you build your deck around the ability, let's say.
Yep.
Of course, this is not a valid deck, of course, and then you go back, another beautiful loading screen. I cannot get,
Wild Hunt. Pretty badass.
And then when you want to choose now,
you'll be able to choose any of your factions.
I have my Squirtle deck, so I can pretty much choose.
Finally, I don't know, put Brewer leading the doors instead of Philivandrel. Wouldn't that be nice?
Boom.
Or my favorite combo will be Aridin and his what did we call it earlier? His Flea Circus.
Flea Circus. Flea Circus
Aridin,
deck.
if you didn't know, lore friendly.
There we go.
The Harridan, being lore friendly, likes to collect aircasses and other insects in his basement, only to unleash them in battle. This is entirely
True fact. True fact. Very lore friendly.
Accurate.
Accurate. Thank you.
All right.
So yeah.
We talked sometime about the past, about the skins having different animations depending on whether you like used an offensive ability and all that. That's going to take us a while to do retroactively, and we are working on it.
Yes.
I
talked to actually yesterday, and the animators just said it's coming, and then it's on their priority list right now. So it's not coming with this update, but I expect it later.
However,
except Radovid.
Except Radovid.
Except Radovid.
So since Radovid is brand new, we did him properly from the start,
Yeah.
and he actually will use a different animation depending on the type of ability you equip him. So have fun figuring those out.
Yep. Yeah, somebody will probably make a video montage of it like that first day. Easy.
Easy. So that's kind of fun. Looking forward to that. As if anyone doesn't know, Radovid will be in the reward book, the Golden Armor Radovid, for anyone who did not pre-order. And yeah.
We'll actually showcase some of the pre-order stuff at the end of this video.
So we'll finally show you guys what the game board looks like, what the card back looks like.
With the water moving and stuff. That's cool. Yeah. Really cool. All right, moving on to because we have a lot of things to cover. So let's talk about some of the improvements that are coming with this update.
Yeah.
So one thing you guys have been mentioning is the versus screen. So I know a little bit the leader models, the shaders, the lighting, some of the textures were redone.
As we planned, we continued to work on them. They look a lot better than they previously did, so expect a general visual upgrade on how those look. You know, the leaders will be positioned a bit nicer, the banners will be positioned a bit nicer, the VFX has been polished, the lighting has been polished a little bit too, so those should look significantly better. And one thing that we're kind of working on right now, I don't know if it's the right time to announce it, is we're actually remodeling a bit Svalbard and Gurnikora to make them look a little bit more badass.
And I heard of plans for like Harald also to get a change, so he's not carrying a shield.
Yeah, actually, that's on the things that we're working on right now.
Yeah.
We think the fact that he's wearing a shield is weird and strange, just like you, and we're going to fix it.
Exactly, we got your back.
Although not necessarily for 4.0.
Yes,
but it is coming. It is being worked on.
More importantly, something I'm excited about.
Yeah.
It might be not big, but I'm excited. Shadows are back.
Shadows!
Shadows are back.
Yeah, we managed to bring back shadows in a way that works on all platforms, including iOS. They look pretty awesome. They're not exactly working like before, so I don't think they're going to tint your cards blue in the Mahakam board anymore like they used to, so they're a bit nicer there.
I like the dark feel.
I really like it. I think it looks a lot better, and that's definitely the way I'm going to be playing.
Of course, when you'll be launching the game, you will see that we now are using the art with Radovid and Iron Judgment music playing.
Main visual from the trailer where he's about to cut the guy's morale away.
Oh, nice. I like it. Good job, Jason, today.
Is going to be animated and brought into the login screen.
Yes.
So no longer Geralt staring at Ciri's eyes.
Yes.
Over a green mist.
Yes.
That is over.
We love that art, but it's time to move on.
Felt like it was time for a change.
Exactly. So. And also, like you guys saw, loading screens now show the full artworks for some of the cards that used to be triptychs. So this
including
is cool.
2 new ones, So the Dwarven Zoltan's company. In Battle of Brenna, and
the Nilfgaardians.
Yes, the Nilfgaardian Onslaught, also from the Battle of Brenna.
Exactly. So that is that. Of course, there were some changes to audio, so improving audio mix is something small, but also we kind of worked on the audio on some of the cards which had old audio and we're supposed to have it used. There was some slight mistake.
We did a huge pass to try and equalize levels of audio, and unfortunately, just through error, there's a lot of audio in our game.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Some of the older recordings made it into the game. That's being rectified now with 4.0.
Yes.
Speaking of the splash screen and loading screens, we've also added in helpful little tips at the bottom, or sometimes just the word "shoot" when you go through.
Which is very helpful.
I know that always is the way to victory for me. Is at the end when I'm trying to make a hard decision, just click something.
Just shoot it.
Yeah,
just shoot it. Instead of just ship it, just shoot it.
Just shoot it.
Just shoot it. We should make a T-shirt like that. Just shoot it.
Just shoot it.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Okay, some smaller changes that we can highlight, some changes to coins and syndicates, so the whole thing looks better. So the money pouch now displays the number of coins you have.
Not out of what?
Not out of the number, so it's not a fraction. And we also changed the main menu, as you probably saw, some of the...
Or noticed.
Yeah, the icons for the resources.
Currencies, yeah. So reward points are now keys. Which I guess is a bit more fitting because you use them to unlock rewards, and ore is a bit more goldy shiny. So it's a bit more obvious what it's used for.
Yeah. And meteorite powder still looks like powder, so yay!
Yeah.
Easy.
Easy.
So with this update, new things that will be added, of course, are we're adding the boat game board, which we'll showcase at the end. New elements in terms of metal, so positive and negative versions of this visual effect.
I mean, it's not like rocking out metal, you know. It's every time a unit does a VFX or projectile, we have actual elements, so like a light heal or light boost, a dark boost. You might not notice it, but it is something that does exist. And so with Iron Judgment, or sorry, Iron Justice, if you want, we decided to add in a new sort of VFX that's that you may have seen in the trailer, which is related to like a big hammer.
Yes, and the hammer is either building the armor or it's destroying, breaking the armor.
Internally, we call that the metal VFX suite.
The metal. It's very heavy metal, guys. Simple things like the possibility to skip tutorial for new users. That is something that we didn't have previously, but we'll have now. Anti-aliasing options for settings for PC, so multiple versions of that.
Having some issues with performance, or you would prefer a different type of anti-aliasing, you can go and play with that setting.
Yeah, totally doable. Daily login rewards. That actually is now a screen that pops up in the beginning when you log in, which is really, really nice and very easy.
It does not require. Okay, so it's something where every day you log in, you'll get a reward. It's over 7 days.
Yeah, and it's showing your progress.
At the end of 7 days, you get a premium card.
Yes.
A random premium card. It does not reset if you miss a day. It just means that in your lifetime, you have to log in 7 days. When you've completed it, it starts over again.
Yeah.
So
that's cool.
I guess that's a bit of a mobile-friendly feature that's coming to everyone.
I agree, and it's very visible. Like it looks like it's
possible to ignore.
I mean, it's like you can't ignore it because it's in the beginning. Plus, like you said, it's very mobile-friendly because the icons are very, very big, so you can see it on any device. And a small thing, if you are in a XP boost state, so pretty much when you're after faction challenge, for example, you will see this little in the left top left corner.
Right here.
You can see that we're having boost, and then depending on what it is for, you will see what XP boost is affecting your account.
And why, and like its limitations, whether it's for a specific faction. And that's definitely...
So that's a small thing.
Allows us to do more XP boost type events if we want to.
Agreed.
All right.
Gameplay?
Let's move on to gameplay. So those are most of the feature type changes that we've done, or at least the high level change. I guess we should start with neutral.
Yep.
So let's start with talking about. I think that's the wrong Havelock.
I took Sage. I don't know why.
No.
I wanted this Havelock.
Havelock, as a lot of you predicted with Defender coming, making a Defender immune is going to be a problem, I think. So we decided that Havelock is just generally a long-term problem for us. So we've decided to just change him. He is now basically deploy and spawn weather.
Yeah, simple as that.
He likes to make his weather.
Yeah, that's so he has Biting Frost, Impenetrable Fog, Torrential Rain, and that's that.
So I believe he will be available for full refund.
Yes, he will be on the refund list. There will be a couple cards which actually fall on this list. You can actually check them out in the patch notes that are coming out today. So first you'll see this video, and later you'll have the patch notes on the website. So go to the news section on playgwent.com and check them out.
So,
Puffball.
Yeah, Devil's Puffball used to, on Death Blow, apply poison to adjacent units. It was a bit too strong to be able to, poison. It was basically applying 3 poisons in the right scenario, yeah? So Devil's Puffball has been changed to now Death Blow damage adjacent units by 3. So he still applies poison on his main target, but if that poison kills, instead of adding more poison, it will damage units by 3.
Exactly.
So
I really feel bad for the mouse in this art. I just have to
he
say.
is having a hard day.
Yeah, plus this poison's not.
Do you think he's gonna get out in time?
I hope so. I'm hoping. I'm hoping.
Uh,
Lambert
yeah, Lambert was, I believe, already revealed by Mr. Bane.
by Mr. Bane.
Mr. Bane. And,
He's Bane. We love you. He's the number one Bane. How would you call him? Aficionado. Bane aficionado, Lambert aficionado.
Yes.
Really, he actually, fun fact, sent us a 5-page document how to rework Lambert and gave us a couple ideas. This is actually the idea that the designers went for. So deploy, damage an enemy unit all its copies by 2. So pretty much some hate for swarm decks.
You know, he's a bit close to what Gimpy used to do.
Gimpy Gerwin.
Gimpy still is an alternative if you want to deal more initial damage,
Yeah.
but this should definitely give an opportunity, especially with, let's say, Swarm archetype maybe growing,
Yeah.
to make Lambert a completely valid tech choice and make him relevant again.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Earlier we touched upon a little bit our favorite boy Shoop. So here you won't really see much of the changes because the changes actually happen to some of his modes on Hunter. So one option on Shoop Hunter was changed from deploy boost all units in your hand by 1 to deploy gain resilience. And then for Shoop Knight, one of the options changed from deploy gain resilience to deploy boost random unit in your hand by 2.
Right. So they kind of swapped and changed slightly. This just was something that was kind of requested and discussed a lot, and we decided to go along and do it.
Exactly. So we have that change.
Yeah.
Summoning Circle?
Yeah, so this one has caused a bit of a problem in the sense that it would basically allow unitless or unit low decks to continue existing even after it changes. There's also one of those artifacts that was just, if you couldn't remove it, pretty OP in some ways, right? And very frustrating. So we've decided to rework Summoning Circle. Now it will create and play a bronze unit from any faction. Its provision has gone down to 6. So it is a bit just another runestone, I guess. But limited to bronzes of any faction.
Of any
so
faction.
It's sort of like the neutral runestone.
Exactly. So it's deploy, spawn, and play a bronze unit from any faction.
It just, the way it was needed to go, unfortunately.
Okay.
All right.
Neutrals are done. Monsters. Yes.
Rawr, monsters.
You actually wanted to touch upon the drones first, so we can actually talk about those as the first one. I don't know.
They're not an actual card themselves, so. Yeah, they're missing a name.
They're missing a name in this build, but they will be simply called drones instead of Arakash drones.
So drones will represent insectoid drones in general, even if the art doesn't auto-magically change to the type of insectoid you think that card should spawn. They're no longer, in terms of a card of itself, representing an Arrakis drone. It could be an Ikimara, not an Ikimara, an Andrega drone or whatever. It's just a drone. It's an insectoid drone.
Exactly.
Then we have the Arrakis Swarm ability, which you will not find in the deck builder because it's the leader ability.
Oh, that's true.
But you do have it right here in your deck.
In our flea circus.
So Arrakis, this one will feel a bit controversial to a lot of people, simply because the way Arrakis Swarm was working was very unique.
Yeah.
Right? It was a very unique way of working. However, we strongly believed that Arrakis Swarm, the way it was working, was going to limit us in too many ways. It was very frustrating how easily you could consume or destroy a unit and guaranteed to get extra value from it.
Agreed.
Now, on the flip side, I think people, when they give it a shot, are actually going to really enjoy the new Arrakis Swarm ability, especially with all the super awesome insectoids coming with Iron Judgment. So, kind of just to actually say outright, so it is no longer summoning a unit every time one is destroyed. Instead, Arrakis Swarm is now order, spawn a drone, right? Not an Arrakis drone, a drone on an allied row, charge 5, so it can summon 5 1 power drone tokens. Whenever you play an organic card,
this is interesting.
Spawn a drone. Spawn a drone in a random allied row.
Yes.
So organic is going to become a bit more stronger. There are a few cards that are becoming organic. You saw some of them in the Iron Judgment reveals.
Yes, agreed.
So organic is actually going to be a very valid strategy with this deck and opens up a lot of really interesting possibilities. Now, What do I mean by it limits us design space? We'll get to some examples in a second, but for example, the Griffin. Actually, let's just go to one right now. The Griffin was costed at 8 power for 7 provision.
Yeah.
Because in an RKS swarm deck, well, there was no real cost to playing it.
Exactly.
That drone would get destroyed and be spawned immediately. With that out, we now feel more comfortable costing or lowering the provisions of Griffin to 5.
Yeah.
So this card is now more universally acceptable in any deck. It's much stronger. I mean, it's an 8 for 5, but it has to destroy something.
Yeah.
So in reality, it's more of a 7 for 5. Or 6 for 5 or 5, depending on what you have to destroy to play it. It is much more viable than it used to be.
Yep.
Or more dynamic, or more open freedom for it.
Yeah. More
I
options.
believe we did the same thing with Ice Giant, also had a 1 provision decrease without
Agreed.
changing its power.
Agreed. True. You want to go to Glusty? Trusty Glusty?
Well, Glusty Warp is actually maybe strange to get a buff because Glusty's always been kind of good.
Yeah.
We've buffed Glusty Warp to go from 3 power to 6 power. That's a 3-point buff. But again, if you factor Ericus Swarm into the old Ericus Swarm, if you ate 3 Ericus, it was a free 3 extra points. They would just spawn again immediately. So to make up for the weakening of Glusty Warp from this change, Glusty Warp can actually increase its power by 3 and relatively stay unchanged. Right?
So that's Glusty.
Vran Warrior is also getting a small change. Well, not that small. Vran Warrior, instead of damaging a random enemy unit, now will boost itself whenever something is destroyed. So it's very similar to what it was doing before. Instead of being offensive, it is now just a nice point engine. And when you really look at all the insectoids we're adding for Iron Judgment, if you really think about the old Ericus Swarm ability, it would be kind of broken. It would be really hard to balance, and we would have had to make that archetype weaker or just balance more poorly.
Yeah, it would be a
and
tough
those cards would only ever work in an Ericus Swarm deck, which is a shame actually. So agree or disagree. I know it's going to be a hard one, especially because of the flavor, but we believe it's healthier for monsters in general to change Ericus Swarm.
We can actually do, instead of Ericus Swarm, Eridin Drone.
Exactly. It's
Why
Flea
not?
Circus, yeah.
Flea Circus. Alp, on a different note,
Yeah, so
switch it up a little bit.
yeah, Alp will now give an enemy bleeding for 4 turns, so it supports the vampire archetype pretty well. So not much to say here. It's just
Speaking of blood, Feast of Blood.
Feast of Blood has been changed to purify and damage an enemy unit by 3. If you control a vampire, you also give it bleeding for 3 turns. So it's a bit more playable. Again, it's an organic card, so it's actually stronger from an organic card. And that's pretty cool. Another problem I actually found a lot, sorry, I'm moving back because I just thought about it, with the way Ericus Swarm was working is you couldn't bleed in Ericus Swarm deck. You could never get rid of those drones with bleeding, which is weird, right?
Yeah.
It just
Now that you
completely
mention it,
countered
yeah, it
that whole
doesn't-
mechanic, and it was really annoying.
No, agreed.
So this will actually stop that abuse, or non-intended abuse from Ericus Swarm. Sorry.
Cool. I mean, if you have a thought that pops to your mind, go for it, Jason.
I will. Okay.
Easy.
Thank you.
Just not too much, so we're not going back and forth.
Sorry.
Skellige.
Skellige. Not much here.
Yeah, we just want to showcase one thing. Of course, these are not all the changes. You'll find the full changes in the patch notes.
We're
once
trying
again.
not to dig too deep into provision changes. Tiny tweaks.
So the Corsair this is Pirate.
That is not the Corsair.
This is the Smuggler. I always mess them up.
This one. There you go.
There we go.
As you notice, probably with the card reveals of Iron Judgment, the Pirate / boat archetype in Skellige is getting a lot of love with
Lots
this
of boats,
expansion.
lots of pirates.
Lots of boats, lots of pirates. And Skellige is, Demon Corsair is not an exception. So he has been changed to Zeal, Order, Melee, give a unit bleeding for 2 turns, cooldown 2. Whenever you play a ship, decrease cooldown by 1.
I like that.
Yeah, he's
like that
not
change.
so revolutionary in terms of design, but he will make the pirate boat archetype stronger potentially. We'll see how he plays out.
Pirate boat archetype. I like it. Arr,
Arr.
matey.
And that's all we have for Skellige in this video.
quick one also for Northern Realms. There's a change to mobilization, pretty much. I don't know if we need to showcase this
No, we
one.
don't need
we can
to.
just
So
talk about
this
it.
is just a sort of improvement we've done. Is Hensel's, or should I say, mobilization, which is Hensel's
Former
ability.
Hansel. Yeah.
Can no longer be used when there's no valid targets. So you can't accidentally use him when you're in a situation that you shouldn't, or you couldn't. Right? So this is just to stop bad errors from happening. And
also with regards to a leader, let's say, and now the ability, we know that Francesca is a thing. So since we're talking about leaders,
Mystic Echo,
Mystic Echo will be switching to Scoia'tael, and we changed her provision.
Yeah, well, surprise.
Yeah, or not.
Or not. Mystic Echo's provision has been lowered from 15 to 14.
Yeah.
Not a huge nerf, but I think it's justified to at least bring it down.
So this one right here.
And we'll continue to keep track to see if it's enough. But I think it might be. And the other change that we did is Isengrim's Council works exactly like before, except will now boost the chosen unit by 2.
Which is cool. And I like this change, and I will play this
Should
card.
be much more playable.
Yeah.
It's a good tutor with the boost now.
Tutor with the boost.
Tutor with the boost.
Tutor with the boost. You can actually get a rap song out of that.
But not least, we have
the mighty Empire of Nilfgaard.
Yeah.
As they called them.
There's a few soldiers coming, or should I say a few cards having the soldier tag added to them. We have Damien de la Torre, Cahir, Spheres, and Nilfgaardian Knight. Or now, additionally, soldiers.
Dum, 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 dum. More soldiers.
More
So Imperial Formation.
Exactly. Imperial Formation has been changed to...
Yes.
Don't worry, it hasn't changed significantly. Order, boost an allied unit by 2, charge 4. Once all charges have been exhausted, move a soldier unit from your deck to the top. So it's a bit stronger, I believe. Especially with some of the interesting Nilfgaard cards coming in Iron Judgment.
Dum, dum, dum. Yes.
Next, we have Master of Disguise. His ability has been changed to, at the end of every allied turn, boost self by 1 if there is a locked enemy.
So working with the lock archetype, simple as
we'll
that.
see a bit more locks in Nilfgaard with the subject.
Well, for sure. I mean, new expansion means more Usurper decks.
Lockdown.
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 Full lockdown.
Bring in the lockdown.
And then more threads. Why is Usurper a thing? So you can lock people.
Worst leader ability in the game, yes.
I love it.
It's
Some people want to see the world burn.
And lock down people are those.
Lock down other people in card games. I mean, lock decks are a thing in every card game. I love it. Can't get enough of it.
Great.
Slave Hunter.
Slave Hunter was, we kind of liked the card, but we haven't seen it really reach any much play, so we decided to change it. Slave Hunter has been changed to Assimilate. Yay, another Assimilate card. Deploy damaged enemy unit by 2.
Yes.
So he's a 5/5 with Assimilate.
And there's a lot more Assimilate cards coming with Iron Judgment. Which is cool.
Yes, that should feel like a proper Nilfgaardian mechanic by now.
Yes.
All right.
Nothing to cover for Syndicate, but you have to remember, like we said, there are a lot of power and provision changes to all these cards and all these factions. So also expect something for Syndicate here. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Great.
Easy clap. Moving on, small fixes. So fixes to issues like Regis Bloodlust could target allied units with his ability, which shouldn't happen, and numerous tooltip fixes, and plus the audio fixes we were talking in the beginning of this video, so you can actually check that out. But more importantly, that was a lot.
To focus a bit more on new Iron Judgment.
The new.
The new.
So Iron Judgment comes with a couple new keywords. Some of you might already know them. Some of you might be watching this video and have no idea what there are. So we will actually remind you of those. So the first one is actually armor, which is the theme, overall theme of the expansion.
Not a status.
Yes.
Doesn't count as a status. And it just blocks damage by its value.
Yes, and it doesn't count toward your score or the unit's power. It's just there to prevent.
This was a mechanic. It works exactly like it did in the beta. It has finally returned and has been applied to almost every card in this expansion, but has not been applied retroactively. That's an important thing to know. We have added no armor to any pre-Iron Judgment cards.
Exactly.
Although abilities of certain cards might allow armor to go on those cards, by default there is no armor.
Moving on.
Moving on. There's a mechanic that we talked about earlier with Immune and Avalak, and that's Defender. Defender will protect all units on its row from being
Yes.
targeted. So if there is a defender on the row, it must be targeted.
Yes.
I believe if there's 2 defenders on a row, they're both still targetable,
Yes.
right? They don't immune, but
Yeah.
actually don't quote me.
That's how it works, but don't quote. That's also how I know how it works. So, but don't
the way
quote
I
us on that.
understood
But yeah, no, pretty much you have to target the unit with defender first.
Yes.
Before you go for the other units.
You're just outright
So it's
unable to target.
Yeah, but it's also like a cool gameplay mechanic because if you want to protect some stuff, so this is how you do it. You pretty much
We'll
place the
actually have
defender.
1 or 2 examples of defenders.
We will.
very soon.
We will.
Next we have exposed.
Yes.
Exposed is trigger. So whenever a unit is exposed, meaning loses all of its armor,
Yeah.
it will trigger an ability.
Dun,
so
dun, dun.
imagine I have armor, I'm exposed, and I have an ability that says, when that happens, I
Jason,
destroy
please
myself.
cover yourself. We're on
Sorry.
YouTube.
I'm sorry.
Don't be exposed.
No, I feel so naked.
I exposed myself. And yeah, that was a
Wow.
good one.
All right.
Yeah.
Way to make things comfortable.
I think I went too far a
I
bit
think
there.
you went very too far.
Barricade.
Last is barricade, and barricade goes, this ability happens as long as you have armor.
Yeah.
So it does not occur if there's no armor.
Yeah. So you have to be barricaded, not
I
exposed.
believe under wisdom you reserved 10 Iron Judgment cards just for me and you.
Yes.
10.
10.
You want to
new
get through them?
cards. Yeah.
I'm excited.
Actually.
And I believe you purposely try to save some of the best for last.
I chose the best for last, although I'm really thankful for the community who pretty much did all the reveals throughout the last couple of weeks, so it was awesome. Everything started in Challenger number 5, so from that point on, you know, it was just awesome to see everyone from around the world who creates Gwent content, videos, you know, anything, to actually post those things. So thank you for doing that. We love
Thanks
you
for
guys.
sharing.
You're awesome. Actually do it. Yeah, we can do a nice heart right there. See, easy clap.
Easy heart.
All right, first card. We're starting with neutrals.
Right.
We have Olgierd Immortal.
And Olgierd, well, has his own name as his tooltip. Olgierd's power cannot be changed. He cannot be damaged. He cannot be boosted. He cannot be vitalityed. He cannot be bled.
Yeah.
He can be destroyed.
Yeah.
But his power cannot be changed. And if you look at that art, there's not enough spears, swords, arrows, and all of Temeria to kill that
Velen,
guy.
Temeria? No.
Just no taking him
impossible.
down.
I love the art, man. I love the art. It's so good.
Pretty good one.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
And moving on, since we have Olgierd, we need Iris.
Iris
Shade. Oh, also beautiful art.
The premium is amazing.
Yeah.
I can't wait for you guys to see it. She just phases in all of a sudden as a shadow and then comes back.
So
to
good.
normal.
So good.
So Iris will deploy, remove a unit's armor, and boost self by that amount. So she's a very tech card. Very fun card to play against living armor.
Oh yeah, it will be fun against living armor for sure.
So if living armor becomes everywhere, you're gonna see Iris Shade everywhere. I'm calling it right now.
All right.
So she's a great answer. She's neutral. If you're just sick and tired of fighting decks with armor, tech in Iris Shade.
Easy. She's neutral, so she can go
She can go anywhere.
Exactly.
Next.
Oh my God, this is a big one.
Yeah.
I love it.
Wait. Don't say the name yet.
Okay.
Okay. So have you guys noticed about the Iron Falcons? Who the hell are the Iron Falcons?
What are these dudes? They're like wearing like colorful
Very
feathers and
feathery
stuff.
and
flamboyant.
but heavily armored underneath.
Yeah.
So what we wanted to do in Iron Judgment is we wanted to bring back a beloved character after Thronebreaker. No, I'm already teasing. Who was leading a mercenary company of heavy armored, and you have to ask yourself, who would lead a feather-y, fun-loving mercenary company that has a Cyclops as part of its thing? I think it's One-Eyed Betsy.
Yeah, One-Eyed Betsy.
Well, da-da-da-da.
Gascon!
Gascon,
Again!
Iron Falcon. We are adding a new Gascon into the game.
Yes.
He is leading. This is an older Gascon. This is in after Thronebreaker.
Yes.
And
He's moved on in life.
He will be a huge support for what some people may have predicted, that we're trying to add in a bit of a bandit archetype to the game.
Bandits?
So Gascon will deploy, create, and play a bandit card, bronze bandit card.
That's cool.
So he will definitely.
He's a runestone for bandit cards.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
I love
exactly.
it. I love it.
That sounds like a Gascon kind of card,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Yeah. Fits the character.
I believe we have one neutral card left.
Yeah.
Right. So we have Ard. We have Igni.
Yes,
What else do we
Igni.
have?
Ard, Igni.
Yrden.
Yrden, exactly.
Yeah. We're missing some
We're
signs,
missing
aren't we?
something. Oh, we are.
So with this expansion, we're bringing back
Gerald Axie.
Axie.
Woo!
Deploy, purify, and reset a unit. That's pretty...
Mind tricks.
You are not actually here.
Yeah, you do
You are
not see
not
this.
actually poisoned. And that cures all poison, if you didn't know.
Dum-da-da-dum. Yeah. I mean, some people believe that.
with Defender and all these other statuses growing into the game, a good old purified
is always
reset,
good.
I think is going to be a pretty solid
Clean slate.
clean slate. It
Yeah.
will not, again, purify will not remove armor. Yeah, so it won't purify armor. You can't just...
You can't. How could you purify armor?
Exactly.
It's like you would have to like take it off someone,
All right.
which makes them exposed.
What else do you have for us? That's all for neutral, I believe. Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Syndicate.
Syndicate.
The
We have a
Syndicate.
Syndicate card left.
And I mean, it's not a Syndicate card. It is the card.
It is the leader of the Syndicate. You may have noticed him in the trailer. It is...
Azar Javed. Oh
Azar
my God!
Javed.
Finally,
Try not to freak out too much. He is
play
Prophet
Witcher
3.
1.
He is Prophet 3. Deploy. Spawn a scarab on this row. Tribute 3. Spawn 2 scarabs on this row instead. Jason, that doesn't sound so scary.
But-
it's only scarabs.
What's up with the scarabs though?
Except scarabs are Azar Javed's way of just blocking stuff. Yeah, he's just throwing scarabs in front of
Like in
spears and
the trailer.
arrows. Exactly. Because scarabs are defender. Doomed. Death
Doomed
wish,
defenders.
Gain 2 coins.
Yes.
So Azar Javed is going to be able to spawn not 1, but 2 defender tokens if tributed. And he can actually pay for the tribute with his own profit. So
Easy.
Easy. He's going to be a pretty strong card, I think.
He's gonna be strong.
That is the Syndicate Defender.
I love
as we
the art
mentioned
though.
earlier.
I love the art.
I love the premium, which you actually see
Yeah.
in the trailer,
Yeah.
flying with those bugs
They're
all
flying
day.
in. All the scarabs.
All right.
Happy to see him back.
No.
Yeah.
too.
Overall, the Salamandra thing, I love it. Takes me back.
We didn't really like create a new archetype for
Yeah.
for Salamandra and Syndicate
Yeah.
because we wanted to kind of expand the mechanics
Yeah.
that we released in the last.
They
expansion.
totally fit that faction if you think about it.
They do.
Yeah.
They could definitely roll with that token and start you know, doing unsavory things with lots of people.
I agree.
So they're actually, I think, the first gang that's not Novigrad based joining Syndicate.
Nice.
Right. Next, we have
The best faction.
the best faction.
Yeah.
So monsters again?
No.
Okay.
No.
Squirtle.
No monsters here.
Skellige. Yeah, Skellige is my favorite. Apparently, yes.
No, we'll get to that though.
Okay.
Let's start with Squirtle. Surprisingly, we have 2 cards here. I wonder who picked them.
Yeah, I wonder how you got that. First one we have
Zoltan the Warrior.
Zoltan the Warrior. So we have a new Zoltan because we just can't seem to draw Zoltan enough. This
The
will
more
be, I
Zoltans, the
believe,
better.
the center of a triptych with both Figgis and Monroe, I believe.
Yes. He's the dude in the middle.
He's the dude in the middle.
Yeah.
He will be deploy melee, spawn 2 rowdy dwarves on this row. That's a lot of rowdy dwarves in this
Yeah.
expansion.
And actually, you probably saw the token for Rowdy Dwarves. You can actually check it out on Miranda the Tempest. That's her name.
Right.
And she's on Twitter, so you can see that there.
But I think Zoltan will be one of those cards that actually explain how rowdy dwarves can become quite strong because he is also deploy ranged,
Yeah.
boost all allied rowdy dwarves by 2.
Yes.
So all these cards adding rowdy dwarf after rowdy dwarf, he'll be able to boost them all by 2. So it's a bit of a swarm archetype inside of Squirtle.
Awesome.
Yeah, so that's Zoltan Warrior.
And we also have Figgis.
Right, Figgis Merluzzo.
Merluzzo.
Right?
Merluzzo.
Sounds very Italian.
Yeah, exactly.
He's the Italian
Bene.
dwarf. Yeah. He will be Squirtle's defender, and he will deploy spawn 2 rowdy dwarves on this
Yeah.
row.
So if I remember correctly, all factions get a defender, right?
Every faction has 1 defender added in this expansion.
Cool.
Yeah, not
I
2,
like it.
not 3, 1. Well, unless you count Azar as being 2, but I think he's technically 1.
Technically 1, but 2. Makes total sense.
Yep.
Yes.
Skellige.
Skellige.
Again, like the Iron Falcons, who's the Terror Crew?
Who's the Terror Crew? The Terror
the
Squad.
Terror So for Skellige, we really like the idea of expanding the pirates and ship archetype. We really wanted to add some love there. And there's a specific character who's just known as one crazy badass pirate, but you may never have thought of him that way. I believe he fears no one except the gods, or at least that's what they say, and hoping to prove them wrong, went and tried to sack a temple, and then he got cursed and turned
Yep.
into a werewolf you might be knowing of.
You for sure, if you've been playing the game for a long time, you know this guy. Like, this guy has been a
So-
staple.
I'd like to introduce everyone to Varg, Heart of Terror. This is Varg before he becomes a werewolf. And I really like his ability. His ability is deploy, damage an enemy unit by 1, repeat until target is damaged.
Wow.
That will have...
That'll be an interesting one to play.
Bleed already. Cut through that armor. No more boosting. You're 50 power boosted. This is gonna take a while.
Yeah, living armor will not love him.
No, living armor will just get taken out. Anything that's very severely boosted, he works really well for anyone that's going for bloodthirst. Except for some reason he stops attacking when he sees blood. Yeah. I don't know what that's about.
He's squeamish. He's like me. When I see blood, I'm out. I'm totally out. I can't do it.
Peace.
Yeah. Peace, I'm out.
That's enough. I just wanted some blood.
Yeah, that's
I'm good
enough.
now.
That's enough.
So that's fun.
Yep.
So basically the Terror crew has all been his crew, pirates that have been ransacking around.
He's the boss.
He's the kingpin.
Yeah.
Alrighty then.
Northern Realms.
Northern Realms.
2 cards on the list. 2 cards on the list.
First one may look familiar. It is
Philippa, Blind Fury. Oh yeah.
So she works pretty much exactly like she did in the past.
I love it.
Deploy, damage an enemy unit by 4, then damage unit by 3, then damage unit by 2, then damage unit by 1. All random.
Easy.
Because when you're casting lightning without your vision,
it is
just really hard to get a perfect target. So it's very lore friendly.
You go anywhere. Yeah.
She's just get over here. That's kind of always I think it was a fun card in beta.
It was.
And we're finally bringing it back.
It was.
So
It was really cool.
with that.
Speaking of fun in beta,
20-point Shawnee.
20-point Shawnee confirmed. Well, not 20
her
point.
official name. She's not worth 20 points, but she's now.
Yeah, 20-point Shawnee.
Yeah.
That's the name.
I don't think that does much for self-confidence to be called that, though.
20-point Shawnee?
No. Shawnee, I think has the potential to be worth 20 points in a long round. She's formation. Order, give an allied unit vitality for 1 turn and 1 armor. Charge 1, so she can actually get charges. Inspired, give an allied unit vitality for 2 turns and 1 armor instead. So she's gonna just be healing people up, boosting them up.
Armor in there and up.
Yep. So she should be worth quite a few points in a long round if you can especially generate some charges on her.
People were saying if we're gonna have Radovid, we need Shawnee back.
And she's back.
Yeah. It's a staple. They come together.
They do. It's a package deal.
Exactly. Thank you for saying that. Package deal sounds so nice.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Alrighty then. So those are our 20 cards. I hope you guys sort of enjoyed our lore-friendly explanation for these cards.
More importantly, remember that it is your last day to get the pre-orders. So you have 2 pre-order options that you can check out. So you can either have the big pre-order or the smaller version. Both of them are available at playgwent.com or in the game, so you can check them out from those 2 places. And a lot of you have been asking how these things kind of look, so we can actually showcase now the ship game board, which is part of the big pre-order, so you will see it right now.
You can see the water passing by, feeling
I love it.
Battle going on.
I love it. I remember when I first saw the concept art for this one, I was like, I am totally getting this board.
It reminds me a bit of like when you'd fight on a ship in like Might and Magic in the past, yeah?
Oh yeah, it's true.
That's the bit of the inspiration we're
Now that you said that, it brings me back.
Yeah. That's the nostalgic feeling I was asking for.
That's good. That's good. And of course, you have the Radovid skin,
which will be the only leader skin for now. It will change in the future. That has a custom animation depending on whether you're using an offensive, defensive, or card ability. And that'll be the blue armor Radovid. Yeah. What's the official name?
Protector of the North. If I remember
Protector of the North.
correctly.
That's right.
Don't quote me on that, but I think that's what it is.
That sounds right.
Yeah. I got it.
As well as this really cool card back that we can see animating. There's 2 versions.
There's 2 versions. There's the blue version and there's the version that's the white version. So you actually will showcase first the blue one and then the white one, so you can check them out.
Make sure
nicely
to insert
spinning
them over his hands and don't do that.
That'd be nice to actually have 2 card backs here. But they don't see me. They don't see me. Good. Which is probably for the best.
All right, so that's it.
That's it.
That's our Overview 4.0. We've done a lot for this update.
There's more stuff coming.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that we'll be working really hard on improving user experience mostly in the next update. We have a lot of things that we want to prepare for iOS launch at the end of the month. So
it's going to be awesome.
Have fun. we'll be keeping an eye out on the balance over the next
Yes.
few days, trying to fix things as fast as possible.
Yeah.
And hopefully everything goes smooth.
Exactly. Enjoy the expansion. Like I said, it's launching tomorrow, so
Have fun.
can't wait for that. Have fun, and we'll
Enjoy the new cards.
Yep. I think we'll be signing off.
Yep. This is Jason Slava.
And this is Pavel Burza. And we'll see you in the next video. See ya.
Ciao.